Oke, so we are live. Halo semua. Selamat pagi, selamat siang, selamat sore, selamat malam. Kapanpun kalian nonton video ini, welcome to my stream. Dan kali ini kita bakal main game visual novel. So yeah, I just bought this game, but I heard it's a mystery visual novel, so I'm kinda interested. So let's give it a try. Hang on, let's see the config. Audio is the audio okay? I think it's loud enough. Okay, so I don't know anything about this game, so I'm gonna have a clear first impression from the start. Nice. Laura Silver. Cooper, what is the name of the river in Pilsen? Radbuza, Miss Sulfur. That's the one. There were two fishermen on their boats, fishing on that list. The resolution, hang on. The text is too far down. Wait a minute, hang on. The text is too far down. I need to adjust. Is it 760? Okay, it's full screen now, but yeah, I hope it's better. Cooper, what is the name of the river in Pilsen? Radbuza, Miss Sulfur. That's the one. There were two fishermen on their boats, fishing on that river. Then they noticed a corpse approaching them. How could a corpse approach them? If it is being dragged by the current, I see. Then the fisherman pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. While they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came alive and attacked them. Wow. All of a sudden, a zombie story. One of the fishermen charged this being, only to be killed right after. The other fisherman jumped into the water, trying to escape. He couldn't though. The vodnik caught up with him. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this beast is the vodnik, the one we are looking for. You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. Anyway, the vodnik pulled him underwater, and just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of his jars, the old man unsheathed his knife and stabbed the vodnik. Who was this old man, Miss Silver? The fisherman. I see. The stab bewildered the vodnik, and so the old man could run away. And this is how we were able to hear of the incident. So we're chasing a legend, huh? Or Waku. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Sulfur, but should I turn right here? Suaranya kayak gimana ya? I still don't know how to make this sound. His voice, I mean. The car rocks as Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. You're looking at the road. Oh well. I memorized it. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the body was supposed to store those guys' souls in. I thought you said jars. That was improvised. Oh. So he may store them in other things too. That's kinda scary. Like cups. Whatever they are, do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So he's a mythical beast who kills people and stores their souls in cups or something. Plays the violin to lure people to him. Like a Zarin, but with a violin. Oh. You also state that he likes to craft his jobs in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea spirit who is an artisan then. You can say that. So, at first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like Black Annis or the Great Vampire Camilla. Who are those two? I don't know. Black Annis used to scare me a lot. Anyway, in Czechoslovakia, you have a similar bedtime story which is based on this sea monster. So we're in Czech, huh? But our job isn't investigating a bedtime story. The Botnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked a fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounds rather hard to believe. Karat herself has talked to the other fishermen who witnessed the incident, so we can believe in the credibility of the source. Karat tasked Skoda with taking care of the issue, but there has been no proper report coming from him. She also stated that he would give us the details about the mission, though I wonder what kind of detail we're speaking of here. Skoda? Skoda from Foreign Affairs? I guess. When did Mr. Skoda get transferred here? He's been here for almost half a year. He's a man known for his laziness. I doubt he even tried working on the case. Mr. Skoda is a diligent man, Miss Silver. I disagree with your claim. Are we talking about the same Skoda? I can't exactly say that we have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Skoda working in the bureau. Just to be sure, you're talking about Zipon Skoda, right? Yes. How do you know Skoda? Take a listen. How do you know Skoda? How do you know Skoda? We worked together in London for a while. Then it must be a different Sivan Skoda, surely. I don't recall Skoda as a likable person. Was he also a traffic policeman? No. We were working as a security officers for the Labour Party conference. Which one? 3 years ago? In Leicester, Mr. Skoda was kind enough to show me the basics of the job. I got assigned to another department within weeks. I would like to work with Mr. Skoda again though. You should be glad you didn't. Did you work with him before, Miss Silver? You can say that. Would you like to talk about it? Absolutely not. What is this? Take your list out, man, huh? What did Kara tell you about the job? She told me to help you as much as I could. Yeah, okay. Is this your first job? You mean as a detective? I'm fixing my sitting position. He smiles and looks at me for a while, only to turn his eyes back to the road. I used to work as a traffic policeman before I was assigned here. I was waiting for a colonial assignment, but then I learned that I was assigned to Miss Karat's bureau. So they're both detective. So, it's my first job as a detective, but it's not my first job as a police officer. A traffic policeman promoted to detective. Interesting. I got my gun a few weeks ago. I didn't know we were working in one of the bureaus who get to carry guns. Do you know how to use it? I've completed the basic training. Thank God I haven't had reason to fire it outside of the firing range. What was Karat's reason for recruiting Cooper, I wonder? Why do you ask? Then, can I assume you have no experience with paranormal incidents? I don't, Miss Sulphur. I take a glance at my list. It doesn't say anything about the Vodnik, except for his name. Even though I tried many times to make sense of the scribble, the name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Sulphur? It would take a long time to explain. I think we have the time. You know that we're doing a different job compared to Skoda's. He's a stationary officer in Czechoslovakia, while we are a mobile task force. Yes. I shake the list in my hand. And this list is our task, a list of beings I should take care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampires, spirits, and many more in here. Did Miss Karat give you that? Well, no. Then, who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. What kind of a being? He shouldn't know about this. It's best if I don't tell him anything else. Not one that you're familiar with? He doesn't answer. Oh, suddenly black screen. Oh, I guess this is the intro, huh? Music is nice. Part 1-1 beginning. Czechoslovakian Republic, 1935. Hey, I haven't finished reading. So this is our hotel. Even though I'm relieved we could find one in this season, I can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy the luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as filmmakers. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor next to the reception desk. He closes the door behind us. Cooper joins me at the reception desk. It seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He's wearing something in a notebook. Miss Silver, I can carry your luggage to your room if you like. No need, Cooper. That's the job of a bellboy. That's the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that we have arrived a bit later than we should have. I tap my fingers on the desk, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face with baleful eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. You can't find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of the year. We're off season. Cooper tenses up, quickly checking my face to see if I'm angry. Do you have a reservation? We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. Cooper checks his watch again. We are deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour when you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have any reservations? Cooper seems a bit dumbfounded by the repeated question, the receptionist seemingly ignoring his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Skoda booked any room for us? The man behind the desk sits up, his eyes shining. Is Ivan Skoda, you say? Yes. He tries to find something in the desk, opening one drawer after another. You two must be the filmmakers Skoda mentioned. Then... You two must be the filmmakers Skoda mentioned then. Your names, please. Exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Laura Silver. As he's searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience. He finally finds what he was searching for and starts looking through the newfound notebook. I can clearly read Laura Silver and Orwell Cooper here. My last name is most likely Mr. because I'm working with a person blessed with the surname Silver. The man behind the desk shows us the notebook. Laura Silver and Orwell Cooper. He has also mistaken my name, apparently. Skoda firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Cooper. As Cooper gasps, the man behind the desk shakes my hand. Welcome to Hotel Puebla, Miss Silver. I'm Jendrik Chalupnik. Nice to meet you. I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? It looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Skoda clears this misunderstanding, or you can admit that you're not the copper written here. Cooper looks at me, his expression as helpless as it could be. He probably wants to go to sleep during these wee hours of the morning. Miss Silver, aren't you going to say anything? There must be a mistake. It's not. Let's help him. It's true that our employer tends to forget names. It's most likely that the telegraph that reached Skoda was miswritten. This man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he's the one Skoda has mentioned to you. One would expect a chief detective to be more careful with giving the right name, but life keeps surprising me in the best ways. Cooper smiles with appreciation as Mr. Shalotnik seems to keep his stoic expression. Miss Sulphur, you will have to forgive my cautiousness. I'm only doing what Skoda asked me to do. What did Skoda even ask this man? Shooting a documentary should be considered a suspicious activity. Cooper and I exchange glances. He points Shalotnik with his eyes, begging me to speak. It would be suspicious if I stayed silent for too long. You don't have to ask for my forgiveness. However, this man is indeed the person Skoda was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I would appreciate if you could hand Cooper his keys. Shalotnik stares at us for a while, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So you might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have Skoda's confirmation. Nope, doesn't work. Is he always this suspicious of customers, or does he have something against filmmakers? Shalotnik continues with his regular voice. I'm asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Our disguise was supposed to help us avoid suspicion, but it doesn't seem to be working. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. I take my suitcase and turn right towards the stairs. Miss Silver? I'll be back after I leave my suitcase. His expression softens. We can continue investigating then. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So? Cooper stops talking to me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching, footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn to the right and see Skoda. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. You woke me up. You woke me up. Skoda, are you implying that the walls here are thin? If you're going to brag about how your hotel was the most soundproof walls in all of Czechoslovakia, I'd rather not. It won't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. I like that guy. Is he cranky because we woke him up? Though it will be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Skoda, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the copper man. Mrs. Skoda, please tell Mr. Chalupnik that I am the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. He is the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Okay. Selapnik hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast at 8:30 a.m. It will be served on this floor. Isn't Skoda the only guest in the hotel? It's hostel Pavlov for you. We keep the hotel in top condition, even if only one person is staying at the hotel. He's proud of it. I'm more of a resident than a customer though. We've grown close to each other. Am I right, Skoda? Yeah, surely. Yeah, surely. Yeah, harus lebih meyakinkan. Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to their rooms then. Thank you. Follow me, Copper, Silver. It's Cooper, Mr. Skoda. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me. We're walking up. Choo-choo. Oh, I have to click. Yes. I thought it was automatic. Nice to meet you again, Silver. Kayaknya. Nice to meet you again, Silver. He reaches out his hand. I shake it. Karat has mentioned you a lot during the meetings. I can't say the same about you. Could you tell us why we're here? Karat wrote in her telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. Skoda hands me an envelope. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he has opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. Karat has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. Such indecency. You shouldn't open people's letters like that, Mr. Skoda. Skoda smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the bureau. Makes me wonder, why is Karat sending you here and there for special cases? Suaranya gimana tadi? Hah, lupa. It's none of your business. I haven't received any information from the Bureau about the Vodnik of Pilsen for 3 months, but Karat sent me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. He's right. He's the one in charge of business in Czechoslovakia. Why would she want you to come all the way here? I don't understand that. Look, Skoda. Pull your gun. I can pull my gun out. Apa itu? You've been poking your nose into my job ever since I came here. Mind your own business. He smiles. Do I look like the type of person who would... Mr. Skoda! Cooper yells out. We both look at him. He coughs a few times. Mr. Skoda, we are all very tired. It's best if we talk about this tomorrow. He looks up, thinking. Miss Sulfur is also very aggressive because we have been traveling since yesterday morning. I wasn't being aggressive. I was only arguing because he read my mail. Cooper continues. I mean, it's only normal that we're showing our worst sides. Let's talk about this at breakfast after we wake up. Sebenarnya gimana sih? Aku lupa. Skoda crosses his arms. I will definitely come back to this topic tomorrow morning. Don't come back. Don't come back. I'll be up around 9 a.m. See you at breakfast then. How do I change my voice? Have a good night, Mr. Skoda. You too, Copper. Skoda goes inside his room. I hear the click of the door lock. Finally. Miss Silver, he may still hear you. I shrugged. Miss Silver, Mr. Skoda is actually a good man. I don't know why he replied like that. I don't care whether he's good or bad, though he's certainly rude. So, should we look inside the envelope? Sure, Miss Silver. My dearest Laura, I hope you're doing well in Pilsen. I got some information on Emil Novotny by a little thread to Bureau's secret archives and some interrogations. Copies of the documents I found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you're done, alright? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Sincerely, Karat. Honey? No wonder why Skoda thinks I'm being pampered by Karat. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. You're going to continue your investigation during the wee hours of the morning, Miss Sulphur? I don't think that's a good idea. I can manage without sleep. It's an order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. It's not an order, it's a request. I shrugged and opened the other document. The Vodnik of Pilsen. The Vodnik appears as a humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. Wow. His hands are wet and his eyes are the color red. Local drownings are said to be his work. After drowning people, he stores their souls in handmade cups. The one who saw him work on his cups have informed us about his collection. Type humanoid, conflicting reports. Threat level unknown, possibly dangerous. Habitat water and swamps around the Ragusa River. Power can shapeshift into liquid form. Unmatched speed in water. Used to be a toy maker. Wow. Toy maker, huh? Interesting. I folded the document and put it into my pocket. Miss Silver, we should let everyone in the hotel know that they should be wary when handling water. We should ask Skoda if he told anyone about it. We still can. He knocks on Skoda's door. Mr. Skoda, it's me, Cooper. Could you open the door, please? Hang on, minum dulu. Alright, I'm back. No answer. Mrs. Skoda, we have to ask you something. I have... Sivan Skoda. I haven't told anyone about anything in the world. Salah. I haven't told anyone anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Oh, alright. Have a good night, Mr. Skoda. So, Miss Silver, I'll let Mr. Cholapnik know. You seem eager to go to bed though. I'm sure our safety is more important than 20 minutes of sleep. He smiles brightly. However, Miss Silver, you should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I doubt that I'll be sleeping. I doubt that. Miss Kara did ask you to do that though. I believe you're a person who takes commands very seriously. Fine. I'll be in my room. Miss Silva, before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. Looks like your room is right next to Mrs. Skoda's. Yeah. Mine is 107, so I'll be right across. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door, Miss Silver. Wait, Cooper? Yes? What are you going to tell Cholapnik? I'll tell him that the water got infected and people advise us not to use the tap. That doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe... Yes, Miss Silver? I think we should find the water tank and close the valves that are connected to the external pipes. If we tell Mr. Cholapnik that the water is cut off in whole of Pilsen, they won't check the water tank. What is it, Cooper? I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. It's for the safety of the hotel staff, so it's justified. Right. Now, do we know where the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor or the basement if possible. I wonder if we can reach there without attracting Cholapnik's attention. Miss Silva. Yes? You mentioned that you had back pain while we were in the car, and you also are clearly tired. Yes? So maybe you should go into your room and rest, and I'll close the valves. Will you really do that for me? Sure. You're too kind, Cooper. Have a good night, Miss Silver. Cooper, knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water is off. Alright, I'll see you in a moment then. Cooper waves at me as I open the door to my room. I take my coat off. Now, let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. Oh, point and click. If I had What if a group of creatures set up an ambush inside the closet? I slowly open the closet. It's safe. Hmm. Oh, it's the same. It's windy. I would like to stay here. The night is as cold as my soul. But is there a flower pot on the balcony? Those violets will die in this weather. It's bright, unlike me. I want to take a look at the room before going there. I hear a knock on the door. Yes, Cooper? I have closed all the valves. You are faster than I expected. I'll go to my room and check them as well. Good night again, Miss Silver. I nod. I should check the taps to see if Cooper was successful. I push the bathroom door. Huh? It's not opening? I pull the door, surprised by how it opens. Why would a bathroom door open outwards? Anyway, I open the tap. Only a few droplets of water drip. That's a relief. Other than that, it's a sink. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, sesama. I turn the faucet to on. Only a few drops of water come out. Cooper has done a good job. Faucet's the same. So it's not like that annoying hidden object game where you have to be very detailed in where you click. I did my business. I slip the document I got from Karat into the notebook. I would rather spend the night interrogating Shalopnik or the employees, but I don't want to draw attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information without attracting suspicion. But Shalopnik seems eager to be suspicious of us anyways. I wonder if Skoda let something slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. And sleep we do. I've always thought it's a useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What was that? There's a sound coming from the balcony. I threw off my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door. I get up, grabbing my gun from the table. I press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. I take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're going to pull the balcony door open. 1, 2. Show yourself! No one is here. I notice the plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sigh while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? I put my coat and hat on. Checking my pocket watch, I notice it's already 8:30. I better go downstairs and meet Cooper instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. I notice a girl running up the corridor. When she sees me, she looks at me with tears in her eyes. You, the lady with that person hair. What? believe that's me? Yes? I approach her. Are you the one who took my gloves? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen you around here before. You look suspicious. That means... I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Who are you? You said it yourself. I'm the lady with that person hair. Why did she call me a lady with that person hair? Wait, is the audio too loud? I'm afraid so. She pouts. Fair enough, and Pavla. The hotel's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Solovnik, possibly his daughter. Did you lose your gloves, Pavla? Or maybe she was born here and was left to die. Then Mr. Solovnik found her and named her after the hotel. Or she is a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Miss Silver, good morning. Cooper comes to the rescue. Who is this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Solovnik. Are you the one who took my gloves, candidate? He laughs. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Mr. There. Why do you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. Miss Silver. Cooper looks at me anxiously. I can't believe you said that to a child, Miss Silver. What if I did? Ah! She starts crying. This is the last thing I want to deal with right now. I should have kept my mouth shut. Cooper crouches down. Where's Solovnik? He takes out a notebook from his inside pocket. Mr. Solovnik, I think I can help you. What? Would you mind telling me what your gloves look like, Miss Solovnik? They're black. Cooper scrawls something in the notebook. What is he doing? How long were they? She points to her wrist while sniffing. They're gonna be here. There are floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. And they are bigger than my hands. Papa said I could wear them when I grow up too. Cooper shows the book to Pavla. Do they look like this? Yes. Cooper stands up. He puts the notebook away before I took a look at it. We'll be working on finding them, Miss Solovnik. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah. After all, we are... Cooper looks at me for confirmation. You won't just tell a little girl that we are detectives, right? We research. We are researchers. As if Silver Pabla glares at me. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Can you find my gloves or not? Were you going downstairs to see your father, Pabla? She nods. Then let's go downstairs together. We want to talk with Mr. Chalapnik too. Officer, then we're downstairs. Mr. Chalapnik is sitting at the reception desk as usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Good morning, precious metals. Good morning, Mr. Chalapnik. Pavla runs down the stairs. Pushing Cooper aside, Cooper tries to regain his balance by holding on to the banister. Pavla! Papa! Chalapnik's eyes brighten as he lifts Pavla up and twirls her around in the air. Pavla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything alright, Pavla? Is everything alright, Pavla? You look upset. I am. Oh. The new customers upset me. I couldn't hear you well. Could you repeat that a bit louder, dear? Unfortunately, Pavla's voice is quite audible. I didn't like the new customers. Especially the lady with that hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? I told you I didn't do it, you nails on chalkboard voice little. Miss Silver! Miss Silver! Suaranya Cooper gimana sih tadi? Cooper looks at me with the same anxious expression on his face. Fine. I shouldn't get aggressive over what a child says. Silver, what is the explanation of this? I don't know. Seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. Random kids? My dearest, Pabla is not a random kid. Pabla is cocking a snook at me. I'm trying hard not to strangle you, kid. Now, Mr. Chalapnik, let's not get mad. Chalapnik crosses his arms as he stares at me. He's doing something with his eyes. Is he winking at me? I see. He's doing this as an act to please his daughter. We'll be searching for your daughter's gloves in the entire hotel. We talked to Miss Chalapnik a little while ago. Please take a look at this, Mr. Chalapnik. Looks like Cooper hasn't noticed Chalapnik's little act. He takes the notebook out and points to the page he scrawled some stuff on. There. The others master to my gloves, Papa. He's done a marvelous job indeed. Draw and take a look at Cooper's notebook. He has done a decent job. Maybe he can draw the pieces we're dealing with. That way, we would have more information in the report we mailed to Karat. I like the orange mister, but Mr. Hair is so lame. You are the one who's lame. What did Silver do to you, Pabla? She called me stupid. I just thought you could use some deductive reasoning if you're going to blame someone. Deduct the deductive reasoning. Pavla hides behind Pavla hides behind Chalupnik. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for that. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. It looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan on getting her father's attention. The worst kind of child. Are you sure, honey? Pavla nods. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or you're sleeping at another hotel tonight. Pavla cocks me a snook again. See if you can find one better than Hotel Pavla, dead hair. I don't know if there are any hotels nearby, and I don't want to sleep on the street tonight, that's for sure. Chalupnik winks at me again with a rather sad face this time. I believe he wants me to apologize. I'm sorry, Pavla. Didn't you hear me? We'll be fine if you find the one who stole my gloves. I sigh and take out my notebook. Now, when did you lose them? I think you meant when they did get stolen. When did they get stolen? Just now. Just now. They went out the door. Huh? Went out the door? The gloves started hovering and then they opened the door and flew out. What? Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Yes? When did this happen exactly? A little while ago. I don't know the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. Whoa. I see. You don't believe me, do you, deadhead miss? I do. You don't like that you do. I really do. It's because you don't want to sleep in the street tonight, right? No, Pavla, I really do believe you. Miss Silver, is there any way the Bonnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Bonnik was inside the hotel, I doubt he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it's just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. Chalupnik straightened up the moment I said ghost. A ghost? A ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Pavla just imagined it, Miss Silver. Papa, do you think it was? Chalupnik takes Pavla's hand. No, my angel. Shall we search the hotel together? No, my angel. Shall we search the hotel together? Suara Pavla gimana sih? Okay, but only if you carry me on your shoulders. Sure. Just wait a bit, darling. Chalupnik comes up to us, rather menacingly. Look, Silver, Cooper. He's talking in the low tone now. He doesn't want Pavla to hear. I can't sense any friendliness in his voice. I see that you don't want to waste any time on this. I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pavla is a girl who is almost always scared of every little thing. She's She's not very strong. She even thinks that she sees her mother's ghost from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. Mrs. Solomnik, we're deeply sorry. If I hear you mention ghosts or such nonsense around my child again, I want that you get out of here in one piece. Hear me? I nod. Solomnik lifts Pavla on his shoulders and leaves the lobby. It would be possible for a man of his height to be able to carry someone on his shoulders if the ceiling of the hotel wasn't so high. I sit in one of the couches in the lobby. This conversation has drained me. Cooper stays standing. Did he just threaten us? Yeah. We're losing some of our limbs if we're talking about you know what again. Let's just finish our job as quickly as possible and leave this place. I wonder what happened to Mr. Chalavnik's wife. She died. I believe this is the reason why he spoils Pavla so much. Even though she is spoiled, I think you did well. And I think you're being optimistic, Cooper. He smiles. So, shall we go to the dining hall? I don't want to sit there. Oh, why, Miss Silver? Because there will only because there'll only be us in the huge place. Isn't that a bit what? Don't tell me you're being shy. Siapa ini? Hang on. It's already an hour, so wait, can we save? We can. Meeting with staff 218. What does 218 means? Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for tonight's stream. It's a bit well, Misadventures from Lana Surfer is very interesting story so far. Like we're paranormal detectives, specifically, especially trained for paranormal cases or stuff like that, which sounds interesting. We haven't got to the investigation part yet, but so far the story is really good. I can't wait to play it next time. Maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be Blaze Blue time. Grand Blue, not Blaze Blue, sorry. Grand Blue time, because Eustace is supposed to be released tomorrow, okay? So I think that's it for tonight. Thank you everyone for coming, and I'll see you on my next video. Mata ne! Ending soon.